This dongo Seminole Jeremy Foltz Chaho Jefkados and Mojanita Hadam Nita He doesn't Pompala Mon Hadam Monday and Hayatki Alagidos Mon. Today the Seminole Nation radio program is live on the air in the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Reservation. Instead of Laga, it's Miss Florence Wise, y'all. So today we are going to be talking about the ins and outs, the happenings, the whatnots going on the res, and just for the next half hour, you might sit back, relax. Not if you're driving, though. Stay attentive, but sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And as we tell you again, the whatnots and the going-ons here. So before we get started, we always talk about what happened. But Florence, you wasn't on last week.
Mm-mm.
What's been going on in the life of Florence?
Not a whole lot. The same old, same old. Just really busy. Still eating. So y'all don't have to worry about me. I'm getting meals. I have water. They leave a little bowl out for me out at Pomahaga every once in a while. So I'm all right.
We actually have a water cooler.
Yeah, I'm all right. How about you, Jeremy? What have you been doing? I'm nosy.
About the same. Just hanging out, working, and man, just got to travel a little bit last week and hung out in Choctaw country last week and got to see them play their Choctaw style of stickball and watching the little kids playing tournaments. And down there they have tournaments for youth to play stickball, and they're all getting ready. But it was good. They all come together 2 weekends ago, and then last week and 2 weeks ago, I think they had the Easter egg hunt, and so they had a helicopter with eggs, and the helicopter dropped the eggs down.
That's bougie.
It is pretty
That's
cool, though.
crazy.
It was pretty cool. And then let's see what else they had. They had a sack lunch. It was fried chicken breast, and it looked good. It was a really good lunch. But enjoyed myself down there and checked the country, and it was a good time. So did you get any eggs this weekend?
No. I mean, I think like most of y'all, it probably rained on y'all a lot. So they just did like candy bags or whatever.
Did it rain down here on Sunday morning?
I think so.
Did it?
Mhm.
Golly, yeah. Where I was at, we didn't have any rain. It was a good day.
Good deal.
Yeah. So other than that, we hope that everyone had a good Easter. I saw a lot of Facebook posts that people was hunting floating eggs because those plastic eggs, when they get sealed, they kind of float sometimes, and so I saw a lot of floating eggs out there. But hopefully everyone found the prize egg. Did you get the prize egg? Anyone? I know Miss Alice found the prize egg. Wasn't even supposed to be hunting eggs, and she found the prize egg. But it was a good weekend, and let's get into the church meetings that's going on. Florence, do you mind reading those today?
Alrighty. This Sunday coming up is going to be April 27th. So Fourth Sunday church service dates are Artisy, Beaver, BMO, Bird Creek, Buckeye Creek, Community IBC, Deep Fork Calebi, Hickory Ground number 2, Little Casita, Miccosukee, Middle Creek number 2, Montezuma, Okfuskee, Pecan Grove, Sand Creek Eufaula, Dalmajessie, and Wetumpka.
All right. Don't forget Rock Springs.
Yes, and Rock Springs.
Springs? Oh, was that a joke? It's just Rock Spring, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, look at this.
Never mind.
No. People always yell at me when I say Rock Springs, and so I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave the S off. So, and then also we got an announcement from Creek Country in Wetumpka, from Wetumpka Indian Baptist Church, that they are quarterly inviting everyone to join them for the installation of Reverend Daryl Coachman as pastor Wetumpka Indian Baptist Church. That's going to be on Sunday, May 18th at 4 p.m. A dinner will follow, and I think a lot of people sure do know
Mm-hmm.
Daryl. I know when I was growing up, he worked at the schools, and we would see him every day. And um, he even helped out with my brother's funeral a few months ago. And so I think, good guy, softball player. We
Mm-hmm.
was talking about that earlier. So he was my uncle's brother, and so yeah, this is a good guy there. And go celebrate with them as they get a new pastor. Also, the MSW Fellowship and Fishing Derby going on May 24th at 10:30 a.m. at Clovis Point on Dripping Springs Lake. If you have any questions, you can contact Nick at 918-210-4624.
Right. And then every week, we talk about the ones who have started their journey. So let's keep those members of the community in your thoughts and prayers as they navigate through this life without their loved ones. At this time, we will pause for a moment of silence. All right, Meadow. All right, go ahead and start us off in government, Jeremy.
All right, and so a reminder: this week is an important week. The Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Election Board will be accepting candidacy filings this week, April 21st through the 25th. Candidacy filings will be accepted from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and they are located at the new council house at the Miccosukee Mission. And so tribal members may file for office of chief, assistant chief, or council representatives. Again, that's going to be this week, and you can find the full details of the candidacy filing on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma webpage as well as the Facebook page.
Right, and then also in government, Chief of Seminole Nation Lewis J. Johnson announces a historic and momentous achievement for the Seminole Nation. Hundreds of acres of land goes from fee to trust. An over $30 million project has broken ground on this property. The grant for this project was obtained by our Transit and Transportation Department. These lands will be fully developed for business purposes for the Seminole Nation. A shout out to all the Seminole Nation staff involved in the process of placing the largest tract of land, hundreds of acres of land, from fee to trust status in the heart of the city of Seminole, Oklahoma. And is that also on the Facebook page as
Yep.
well? Okay.
And that full statement from Chief Johnson is on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Facebook page. And then an announcement from the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, a special call meeting for April 26th at 10 a.m. So that looks like that'll be Saturday at 10 a.m. And a special call meeting, and the full agenda should be on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma webpage as well as the Facebook page. But since there's only one tribal resolution that looks like it's under unfinished business, I'll just go ahead and read that real quick. So that will be a tribal resolution of the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving the budget of the Seminole Nation Tribal Employment Rights Office, known as TARO, for funding received from the collection of TARO fees, incorporation of said budget into the fiscal year 2025 comprehensive budget, and authorizing appropriation.
All right.
And then the new business is to discuss ARPA projects and the finances, or the finance of the Seminole Nation.
Right, then next up from Boys and Girls Club, you're invited to a ribbon cutting and open house. April 24th, 2025, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., the Boys and Girls Club of the Seminole Nation will be hosting a ribbon cutting and open house. This is for their new facility, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so if you'd like to be a part of that, once again, that's going to be April 24th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on 120 West 4th Street in Wewoka, Oklahoma, 74884.
All right. And then from the Community Health Reps and Diabetes Program, we hope that you enjoyed their Easter egg hunt this last week. But there's still time to get into Power Hour. At this point, the last day will be Thursday, April 24th. So you still have an opportunity to get out, and it's every Thursday from 6 to 7, held at the Miccosukee Mission Gym. You can register in person at the Jafigny Wellness Center or via email, or you can call 652 1167 and speak to Kyla or Leah about joining the Power Hour, as well as if maybe Power Hour is not your thing and you're looking for something a little bit different. Chair Aerobics, brought to you by Enoch Cook, and this is every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 11, located at New Life Church in Wewoka. And again, you can call the same number, 405-652-1167, to sign up.
Right. And then also from the Seminole Nation Diabetes Program, Glow Hard or Go Home Run, May 17th. It's a nighttime 5K and 1 mile. The 1 mile will start at 7:45 p.m. The 5K starts at 8 p.m. and registration begins at 7. You can call 405-652-1167 for more details or register online. There should be a QR code posted with that flyer. And once again, that's at the Miccosukee Mission in Seminole on May 17th.
You know, when I first saw that flyer, it took me a minute to figure it out, because I was like, they said they're trying something new, and I was like, home run. So you have to run or hit a home run? Like, I thought they was going to be throwing softballs at people and you'd have to hit, home run. But then I figured it out. It only took me about 5 minutes.
You did it.
I did. I met a goal.
Speaking of people who did it, let's celebrate your graduation moment. Please submit the following: photo, name of student, name of school, Seminole band, and a message to the student by April 30th. So this is for all graduates. You can email seminolemedia@gmail.com. Once again, let's celebrate your graduation moment. You did it. Mijitis.
Also, the Choga Delummy is now available on the Seminole Nation website. You too can go and read the new newspaper at sno-nsn.gov to view or to download. And also, if you have an interesting story to tell, an accomplishment, or a local tribal business shout out for the Choga Delummy or Seminole Nation radio program, tell us. Send an email to seminolemedia@gmail.com for consideration in the next community spotlight.
All right, and then next up, did we have that? Did you know? Or
we sure do.
Okay, Bo, play my theme song. All right, Jeremy, did you know?
Yes, Flo.
That on April 26, 1843, a group of Seminoles arrived into Indian Territory on the south bank of the Arkansas River near Weber's Falls, following the removal of the Seminole Wars in Florida. This group of Seminoles were led by Band Chief Boscova, which is now the present-day Thomas Palmer Band. Their original name in Alabama was Loja Aboka, near present-day Montgomery. Colonel Ethan Allen Hitchcock recorded this removal story in his journal, 50 Years in Field and Camp. Did you know that?
I did not.
Well, now you know. Mado to our Historic Preservation Office for submitting this Did You Know today.
Bo, what kind of coffee did you give Florence right before she come on the air? Yeah,
if you watch the playback on this, I took a drink of this earlier and it burnt my mouth.
So this is just a brief announcement. Don't hold anything that Florence says during this radio broadcast against her, because it's the caffeine talking.
Manobo.
All right, and from Seminole Public Schools, a JOM parent meeting is going to be held April 29th at 6 p.m. There's an agenda, and it is in person or by Zoom You can contact Jennifer Davis at 405-382-5065 if you have any questions. But the agenda is also posted on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Facebook page.
All right, and then from the Seminole Nation Language Program, we're still looking for one person to join our adult immersion program. So if you're interested in learning your language in an immersive environment, please send us an email to language@sno-nsn.gov with your name and a valid contact phone number, so that way we can pull your app. So we having that open for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, they'll be open until they're filled, and interviews are going on now for those positions. And then also, if you're a speaker of the language and you want to get involved or help or share anything, feel free to call us. We can always find a place and talk to you about possible ways to help the program. 405-562-5567. And this small grant that we had about the Seminole Nation Elder audio recordings is done and completed, but we're still doing it. And so if you have a speaker in your family or someone in your family that wants to share and record like either some songs, some stories in the language, family history, tribal history, speeches. This project is mainly just to record the language and so we can learn from it. And so it's a service for the community because the people that share their time with us and share the language will get a copy of their recording. But we also will archive that recording. And like I said, our adult immersion class will work on some of those recordings to listen to and just to learn the language. So if you would like to join us for that or help out, 405-562-5567. Or you can always email the language program at language@sno-nsn.gov.
And then Seminole Nation Royalty Princess Closet is looking for Patrick dresses, Patrick skirts, ribbon skirts, or material in all shapes and sizes to be added to a closet that current and future Seminole princesses would wear during their reign. All donations will be kept with the committee and will stay for future reigns to share. Anything will help. If you have any of these items, please contact Seminole Nation Princess Committee Secretary Jessica Helms at 405-683-0033 to donate and for more information.
Oh, and then I've heard some rumblings about this, but the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma Chair Volleyball Tournament is coming up April 25th, starting at 9 a.m. The first 10 teams to register, double elimination, and that's going to be located at the Seminole Nation Older American Program building at the Miccosukee Mission. If you have any questions, you can call Jalen Jones at 405-233-4441. First place wins $200. Second place gets $100. Concession will be available. And Flo, what are some things that you like to eat for lunch?
Oh, sometimes I like to have ribs on rice or barbecue chicken, maybe some sauerkraut weenies here and there.
What about a little pork and hominy?
Pork and hominy, I haven't had that in a while.
You know, if you
Where can I have that at?
If you were to go to the OAP building today from 11 to 12:30, you could eat pork and hominy, biscuits, and a vanilla pudding.
Wow. But I'm not 55.
Oh, don't worry. If you go and you have $7 cash, you too, anyone 55 and under, can also eat at the OAP. Cash only.
For only $7?
Only $7. The best deal on the res.
Wow.
So join us as we go to the OAP for lunch. Monday through Friday, lunch hours, 11 a.m. to 12:30. Again, $7, 54 and below.
What are they having tomorrow?
Looks like spaghetti and salad.
And birthday cake.
Oh, I wonder whose birthday.
All right.
You know, they just had a birthday for Nelly. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I actually heard that on Bo, when y'all was talking, I think it was Tradio. Somebody called in and was like, "Yeah, they had a good little shindig down there." So, happy belated birthday, Nelly. Miss you.
No, no.
All right. Anyways, go ahead, Jeremy. What we got next?
Let's see. So, you too can work beside me and Flo if you would like to, because the Seminole Nation is hiring. Join our team. The department that have openings are agriculture and food sovereignty, child care, community opioid prevention and empowerment, diabetes, food distribution, Head Start, human resources, light horse, maintenance, procurement, program development, transit, tribal court, and wildlife parks and recreation. Visit SNO-NSN.gov, select the careers tab to fill out an application, and you might be driving a golf cart next to me during Seminole Nation days, and we can wave at each other as we're driving past each other on the road.
Sounds good. So apply today. All right, and then from the community, Hithlimahi, JC Harjo, FCCLA recently attended the state convention. 10 students learned they advanced to national competition in Orlando in their STAR event. Parliamentary procedure placed first. That team consists of Jeremiah Edegbiel, Rakia Booker, Lucas Steinkamp, Jonah Boyington, not pictured, Reagan Jones, Sarah Murns, Summer Wilson, and JC Harjo placed first, and Alex Daniels second in personal finance. So, congrats! Yippee!
Gotcha.
Good job. All right, and then also within the community, free jute bag weaving workshop by cultural artist Jake Tiger. April 23rd through the 25th, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the South Community Building across the parking lot from Golden Pony Casino. You can call Taco Cultural Preservation at 539-299-2423.
And I got a text from David Frank, who works over there. He said it's open to the public.
Oh.
So anyone can come. You don't have to be Top Taco. You can be anyone from any county, anywhere, anytime, any place.
Go weave a jute bag.
Hosted by Jake Tiger
Cultural artist
from the Historic Preservation Office
of the Seminole Nation
of Oklahoma. Also, if you are looking to master meat training, if you're interested to learn about meat harvesting and processing, join a 5-week-long training organized by Oklahoma State University and the Osage Nation. It is free. Let's see, benefits free of cost of lodging at the Seminole campus. Oh, I might be talking about the future here, right now. OSU campus, $2,000 stipend after completing the training, sanitation, food defense, and GMP training. You have, let's see, this takes place May 19th through June 20th. Man, I've always wanted to learn how to carve up some meats, but you can contact Ravi Jadija, and there's not a phone number, but there's a QR code on the Facebook page flyer, or you can send an email to Mr. Jadija at ravi.jadeja@okstate.edu. Submit your application today.
Woohoo! That it? Did we do it? We got a little bit more. Birthdays. All right. Happy birthday to Olivia Wind, Shyla Marshall, Wandaloo Buck, Jason Gibson, Sonia Bender, Nathaniel Francis, Malay Motley, Trevin Harjo, Amy Barnett, Ido Morgan, Rhonda Shaw Yellowfish, Scott Robinson, Jaden Lankford, Greg Miller, Amber Eitson, Judy Davis, and Christine Lena. Woohoo! Happy birthday!
Also, Scott's having a birthday. He's like icon too. So congratulations, everyone having a birthday. You made it another year. Another, what do they call it? Another
Another
year
year
around
around
the
the
sun.
sun.
Yep. So, as I guess a reminder, you can catch the rebroadcast of this radio show on the Facebook page, YouTube, and tribal website, sno-nsn.gov for the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, every Wednesday around 8 p.m. If you have news or announcements you want to share on the community and events Facebook page, please email the communications staff at seminolemedia@gmail.com or call 405 652 7251. And as always, tune in every Tuesday at 11 a.m. to hear the most entertaining news on KWSH. Other than the other news is that, of course. But right here on KWSH 97.7 FM or the legendary 1260 AM and streaming live on KWSHradio.com worldwide.
Mado!
Good.
Y'all. We'll see you next week.
Jibanathis.